What is up? Guys, how are you? Come on in here because I have a live for you and I'm giving away some cash. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I feel like, you know what? I want to give back. And so if you've been following my stories today, I think I only shared it once because I was driving and you have to be safe. But I said, who joins me is going to get something. So I'm going to do 1 to 2, whoever joins this live. So I'm not doing the fancy StreamYard because I want to keep it simple. I want people to know, those that are just figuring things out, those that are just have never been live, have never, just want to put themselves out there for the first time ever. I want them to know that it can be so simple. So let's share this out. Let's help some people. And we're going to help people. I titled this, Perfectionism is a Thief, because it truly is. So if you come in here, say hi, tell me where you're joining from, and tell your friends that those friends that you know that are trying to do something new, that want to move forward in life, that are trying to do new things, and they want to change something about their circumstance, bring them in here. Because I've been there, and we're just going to chit chat. If there's something that, if you follow me, my name is Tina Overfelt, by the way. I own a business. I'm an entrepreneur. I also love social media. I'm not the best. I love creating video content. I love helping my husband at his dealership. I haven't been doing that a whole lot lately, but in the past I have. And one day we'll talk about that. I'll divulge. He's like, no. Why I haven't been sharing so much about at the dealership. But it's nothing bad. It's just, changes, and him trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be, and me figuring out, hey, what's up? You want to jump on? Should we talk about this now? Just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. Anyway, I want to help. Hi, hubby. I hope you're having a good time in New Orleans with all those smart car guys, all of you guys. So anyway, I've been there. There's so many times that I have not done things because I think people are going to think I'm silly. And you know what happened to me? I'm just going to share this story. Oh, you are? Okay, cool. These puppies are missing you. But Gotti's been running around the house and he's looking for his dad. He's like, he gets a little crazy. So, yeah, there has been times when, so this is what happened, okay? I was at a point in my life where I didn't know a whole lot of people that were doing social media. So this happened to me. Safe travels, love. And so when I started, I had a mentor that really pushed me. His name is Jay Noland. And I started going live on social media. And before that, I was just sharing like memes and like selfies at the gym with my girlfriend. And this is when we were living in Utah. And so I wasn't sharing a whole lot. Hey, Ty, thanks for joining. And are you? Oh, yes, I am live. So I was just sharing little tiny bits. And then I got the nerve to go live and I was a freaking mess, okay? But I felt so liberating after. I was like, oh, I cannot believe I just did that. I cannot believe I just did that. So I wanted to do it more. It's like became like this, I was fiending for it. So I was like, what can I do next? And I started all these creative ideas started flowing to my brain. And I was just wanting to know, like, what else can I do? How can I didn't even know much about this social media thing. And then I became obsessed, okay? So I was working out all the time. And that was a big thing that helped me, is working out. It helped me with my confidence. So I needed to get some confidence, okay? So I started with me. So I had already been working out, got my confidence going, feeling good, right? Then I'm pouring into myself and I'm paying for some personal development, you know? I had to pay for that. There's personal development for free out there, but sometimes you got to pay a little bit too. And don't feel bad for it. You shouldn't. It's like going to school. They should be offering this in school, I feel like, because it's helped me more than anything ever that I learned in school. So I started, where was I at? I keep losing my brain. I've been up since 2. Okay, I haven't been sleeping well, but I've got me some magnesium. Some friends on my socials, I said, I haven't been sleeping well. So they said, get some magnesium. So I'm going to take some magnesium tonight. See if that helps me sleep better. It's because I upped my vitamin D. Okay, so I start doing more lives. I have someone that I already know is going to join. So if you stay tuned, you're going to see who's going to join me live. I already have someone that's committed. Okay, so I start doing more here and there. And then I don't know what I'm doing. And while I'm working out, I'm studying, okay? So while I'm doing my cardio, I'm reading, listening to podcasts, figuring out how to do content. And I'm creating the content. Like I'd make a video and then I'd edit the video while I'm doing the cardio. And I did that for years and years and years. And then I would see a new app and then I would study that app. And I was just self-taught, okay, how to do that kind of stuff. And the more I did it, I just started like, and I was like, oh, I think this is my thing, And then I was like, but I still own this company. What do I do, So that's me in a nutshell. So I own a transportation company. I ship cars for dealers and people all over the U.S., people that are relocating, people that are, your snowbirds, people that, buy cars online, dealers that are buying cars from auctions, you name it. Anytime a car needs to be moved, sometimes they'll call me and they'll say, can you help me ship this car? So that's what I do. And it's been very busy lately, which is a blessing. So, but I miss my online stuff, okay? And we moved to Virginia, okay? So now we're in Virginia. And some of you may already know where we're at, and some of you may not. But we are in Virginia now, and my husband is the GM at 5 dealerships at CMA's Carter Myers Automotive. But CMA's Colonial Auto Group. So he has GMC, Cadillac, Buick, Lincoln, Nissan, and Volvo. And I work from home. And so we're just trucking along here, but we've met all these incredible humans here. And these people, and some of our mentors online here, they're on another level. So the people in Utah and where I was in Wyoming, what's up, Scott Draper? Hey, hello, thank you for joining. Hi. So the folks there, they weren't doing a whole lot of that. So I felt super confident, right? Because I felt like, you feel like you're like right here, right? I'm just keeping it real. So I felt like I am doing stuff that's a little bit better than some of the folks that I knew, okay, where I was. And then you go and you meet new people that are on another level. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm not good enough. Like if I put out something now, it's not going to be enough. Like I'm going to sound stupid. And I start the whole self-doubt thing. And even though I'm working on the personal development constantly, I go through it on repeat with Danelle Delgado. I'm working on, it's a constant thing. You have to continue to do that because we are our worst critic. So, you know, the first thing we have to do is get rid of anyone or just keep a very far arm's length away from those people that are those victim mentality, the doubt people that don't have any goals, those people that are not trying to like move to the next level, those people that are not trying to move forward. We have to really keep our distance because we won't move forward. We'll stay in that. They sit in self-doubt, okay? Those folks sit in self-doubt and, oh, you do? Oh, girl, you don't even know. Like, that kind of makes me want to cry. Mike's gonna, if he sees this, he's gonna be like, Tina, sometimes we don't see it in ourselves. So, anyway, you're just such a sweetheart. And now I just lost my train of thought. Just thinking that you just said that. Because I'm trying to read this, but when I read it, I get sidetracked. 5 hours of sleep. It's not, I mean, some people get 4 and they do fine. I do go to bed early. So what was I saying? Can someone type it in here? Oh my gosh. And plus I've got these little guys out here that are like, I can hear them. It's kind of messing me up. So anyway, I come out here and I'm just feeling like, what would I do to bring value, to keep growing and to keep honoring what I love to do, you know? You were talking about? Yeah, so they are just, hey, Brian. So the folks here are just, you know, like Glenn Lundy's show, but he shows up every single day. If you watch what he does his show consistently every single day. And now he's moved to Clubhouse, and now he's just like exploded, right? And I'm just like, my brain, you know, and just trying to figure out, like, I felt like in Wyoming, I really just like had it all figured out, you know, like I had a good show, you know, the whole, what do you call that? It was like the 2 Minute Tuesday, you know, that was so much fun for me because I was able to highlight other people and I was able to use, you know, study and work on a craft that I learned to love, you know, this whole social media and learning the video and learning how to do the transitions and just all the creativity side of it, you know, that side is so fun. And trying to get better at being on camera and trying not to say, and just all the things, you know, and today's a really bad example of what not to do. But see, I'm going to start showing up more. And so that's why I'm going to be better. I feel like I need to do it every day. But it's been so busy. I've been so productive, I should say, not busy. I've been very productive that I don't want to commit to something that I don't think I'll be able to, you know, meet that right now. So that's why I've said once a week. But I just love this. And so what I was thinking I would do is help others, because I'm to a certain point. It's not that I don't know anything. I have some experience. And so I thought we could just have conversations about life, about where we've been. And I have this great story I wanted to share about, you are not going to believe this. So there's someone that you all will recognize the name. And this individual had major self-doubt. And it will blow your mind who it is, okay? So I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to read the letter that he wrote, but there's a real letter online that he wrote to this woman that he really loved. And the letter is basically, you know those letters that are like, I know if you really don't like me, it's like, let me down softly, like, just almost like talking her out of not even reaching back out to him. Like he was talking the whole thing he was talking her out of it in his letter, that he was talking himself down, right? You've seen those. So he's doing this. And if you read the letter, it's lengthy, so I didn't want to read it on here. You guys might get bored. But because most of self-doubt, I don't know if you guys know this, comes from, it's a human experience, and we all suffer from it, and it comes mainly from our childhood. And it's the hardest to get rid of. Hello. Hi, Mick. So self-doubt, so the childhood self-doubt, and so once we understand the psychology of it, then we can go, oh, I see where this is coming up. I see why I'm feeling like this. I see where the self-awareness is where I'm starting. This is where it's helped me, especially when I finished going through 75 hard. 75 hard was so good for me last year because it made me more aware of where I make excuses, of other people and how they let themselves down. I started watching, as I got towards the end, I started watching other people. And I was like, that's how I looked. When I was like, when I would say, because I would hear other people make commitments, right? And then they would just within a day give up on the commitment. And I was still sticking to my commitments. And I was so freaking rewarding. I was like, damn, I felt freaking good. It was so empowering to me at the end of the day, going to bed knowing I kept my commitments. I'm a badass. I felt so good about it, And I just became more aware of myself and how I've let myself down all my years, and how I must have looked to other people, It's just eye-opening. And then also to my children, because you think about the things that we ask our kids to do, don't go out until you clean your room. Just something simple like that, right? I need you to finish that before you do this. Maybe it's a homework paper. And we stick to that with them, but yet we let ourselves off the hook with everything. It's why aren't we doing the same thing to ourselves? We would be so much further in life, and we would move forward more. Everyone would, if we kept the same commitments that we make our children do. You know what I mean? So it's interesting when you start looking at that, because I was just thinking hey, what's up? Hey, hi Gina, long time no see. No, you're still here. You're coming on. You're coming on. So I'm inviting someone. Can you come on now? And I'll send you an invite. Hey there, Gina. I have someone that's coming on, and she is, I just want to chat with her, like, hear all the things that she did over the summer. Because she's just like doing some new things that she's never done before. And I just love watching what she's doing. But anyway, I didn't finish telling you about the story about this guy. So I'm going to tell you about this guy, right? Harry Truman. President Harry Truman.